Hello, I pressed stop. So this video is going to be in two parts. So where I left off in the other one was that good and bad is just an illusion. So bad is a term that we use to describe something unwanted, but it's just our perspective that it is unwanted. Our higher self may not agree that it is bad. In fact, what you think is bad, your higher self may think is good. It may be teaching you what you came to earth to learn. So it is joyful as it knows the whole picture, and you can only see a small fraction of what is happening. You don't have the bird's eye view like your higher self does. So what we decide is good or bad in our minds, what we decide what is good and bad in our minds, but what is an illusion. What if we think what if we think is good is really bad, and what we think is bad is really good? I'm sure you've heard the term blessing in disguise before. So what if your bad situation is just that? We really don't know all the facts when we are in this situation. So when you're in the grief, or that adversity, you can't see all of the facts. We can often look back and see the truth of the situation, which, again, is that there's another term, hindsight is a wonderful thing. We can look back and go, well, now I can see, what that was there for. Not to say that there's going to be, that you have to find meaning or purpose within that, but to know, deep down within you that it has given you something more through living through that experience. So the pain and the suffering that you are feeling or you have felt may not have been necessary as everything is working out, and it is the easiest way to get you to what you want. There's that saying, you might not be where you think you should be, but you are where you're meant to be. So this is your moment. You are meant to be here. So how can you figure out your soul's blueprint? The easiest way to figure out your soul's mission is to ask yourself these questions. What excites you and you could talk about all day long? What kinds of things do you enjoy, or did you enjoy as a child, and why? What do you enjoy doing in your spare time? If you had all the money in the world, what would you do? And what would you enjoy learning about? Do you watch TV shows about things that you enjoy? Because there could be clues in there as well. So what might be holding you back from following your soul's blueprint? So the main things that hold people back is fear and core beliefs, and the feeling of not being worthy. So fear of the unknown holds people back. The known past is much more comfortable than the unknown future. We know how to deal with the same situation when it presents, but if an unknown situation comes up, it can make us feel fearful because we don't know the outcome. Our core beliefs, we all have beliefs that are instilled in us from childhood. Some of them don't serve us. There are actually two ways that our beliefs are created for us. One is in childhood, from a significant figure that we look up to, whether it was our parents or an auntie or an uncle, teachers, like school teachers even, also a significant emotional event. So going through the trauma of pregnancy loss, child loss, infant loss, even infertility, it is a significant emotional event, and it can create beliefs within us that will stop us from moving forward because of the fear of that outcome. So it is something that we need to bring awareness to for ourselves, and to know if they are serving us or not. A belief is just a thought that you keep thinking, but also beliefs have the ability, when you think them enough, you tell yourself that same story enough, it can change your actual physiological chemistry in your body. So you might just think a thought is a thought, and it's not the case. A thought can actually change you, change your physiology, changes the chemical structures of your cells, which changes the communication between those cells within your body. And you start to actually physically present things like illnesses because of the way that your body now has changed, because of a belief that you may have been telling yourself, over and over, that isn't true. And beliefs will stop you from taking action. So if the beliefs don't serve you, it will stop you from actually taking any steps forward towards creating what you really desire for yourself in your life. And you need to understand if they are true or not, if they are worth keeping, holding on to or not. And the feeling of being unworthy. So not feeling worthy is a big factor that also stops people from following their soul's blueprint. So we can develop feelings of unworthiness from childhood and from being rejected over and over. Eventually we think, who am I to be doing this? Feeling unworthy is a huge thing, that will stop people from achieving their goals. But also it is a belief about yourself, because deep down, your soul knows that you are worthy, you are valuable. You just need to start to believe that for yourself. So, how can you overcome what is holding you back from fulfilling your soul's blueprint? And I talk about this a lot as well with fear. It is about embracing fear, because it is a primitive thought. It is our ego coming to keep us safe, but we don't necessarily need to be, we're not unsafe. So it is about embracing that fear, about understanding why it is coming to you, loving on that, and reframing it, reprogramming your perception of what is actually happening. Because once we are able to, reframe our fear, we are able then to move through obstacles a lot easier and a lot more in flow than you would have probably prior. You would have felt a lot of resistance, you might have even felt, a physical reaction to fear. So it is only coming to teach you something. So embracing it, understanding it, reframing it, and knowing that you are safe. You're safe to take that step forward. You're safe to follow your dreams. Even though it is unknown, it is okay, because you're not going to have this, like I said, it's a primitive thought. When we were cavemen, we were potentially going to get eaten. So the fear is legitimate. Whereas now it's just, it is sort of coming to keep you safe, but we're not going outside into the wilderness and potentially getting eaten by a bear. So we are safe, and it is about telling yourself that you are safe to move forward and do what your heart desires. And even though it is unknown, it's okay. So even if you're still unclear on what your soul's blueprint is, you're always given signs. And it is our duty to actually be open to those signs and to really be listening to them and accepting them, because they're giving us a constant nudge all the time. They might get your attention to look at a certain license plate that delivers a message, or they might get you to change the radio station just as a song that can help you starts. They are always doing things to help you stay on your path. So it is, like I said, our obligation, it's our duty to actually be open to those and to know that they are signs, that they're not just, a coincidence or something that just happened. Like, it is there, it's intentional, it is a sign, and there are no coincidences. It was meant for you. So, some ways to know if you are currently doing what you are currently doing is part of your soul's blueprint. So, you probably would feel a natural tendency to actually, fulfill things within your day-to-day life anyway. But it might just be a passing comment to someone or complimenting someone on what they were wearing, but it might just feel that you might just have that natural tendency, or to lend an ear to someone. Or you've already created a business within the mentoring and coaching space, and you're already offering that place for women to be heard and seen and really understood. So you might already be living out part of your soul's blueprint. And the way to actually know if you are is to have an awareness of your energy when you are doing those things. So when you are doing those things, if it is giving you energy or taking energy away. If something is giving you energy, then it is part of your path. But if it is draining you, then it isn't for you. It isn't of your highest good. Do you feel excited to get up most days, or is it hard to get out of bed and you feel drained? If you feel excited, then you are on your life's path. If you feel drained, then it is definitely not part of your path. Are you feeling like you are being pulled in another direction, or is what you're doing just not feeling right? Sometimes your intuition knows when something isn't for you and it isn't for your higher good. So paying attention if you are being guided to try something new. Your intuition, again, it's not a coincidence. If you are feeling something and it's just not right, you're irritable within, a job, or it could even be that you're in your own coaching business, but there's something that's just not settling right with you. There's definitely something more for you, potentially a change within your business. Are you learning things right now in your current situation that you know will benefit you and what you want to do? There is so much learning in the process, and what you are currently doing may be a part of your path, even if it seems unrelated. Is time going fast or slow? If you are on your path, time goes by very, very fast. If time seems to be frozen, then you probably aren't on your path. So, how to discover your soul's blueprint? You chose certain challenges in order to grow and learn from them. If you embrace the challenges and really take in the lessons, then you will be able to move through them much quicker. That is what your soul wants to learn. Fighting it will only prolong it and make it more painful. Life challenges don't often feel good, but what if you could look at them through a different perspective? What if you could see them exactly, or what if you could see them as exactly what your soul came down here to learn? What if the bad things may actually be good things? Try for a little while to see your challenges through the eyes of a different perspective. You may find the answers that you seek through that new perspective and understand that you needed them for a reason, even though it was super difficult to get through them. Always follow your joy as that is your higher self's guidance, showing you that you are on the right path. It is showing you that you are on the path you chose before you were born. You can turn your challenges into your greatest gifts if you can give yourself the accomplishment of following your soul's blueprint and overcoming the lessons you came to earth to learn. There is nothing greater than knowing that your soul is evolving and won't have to repeat the same challenges in your next incarnation. I just want to leave you with a quote after going through all of that. And like I said, please leave any comments, takeaways, questions at the end of the video. I'm sorry, it is in two parts and I have muddled up my words within the video. I do want to just leave you with one quote, which is, in order to uncover your soul's purpose, you must first let go of your ego's purpose. And like I said earlier in the video, our soul absolutely knows our path, and it has that bird's eye view of our path, and that everything that we are doing is either putting us on that right path, or our higher self is giving us signs to push us over to that path. So really just being aware of your intuition. If you have a gut feeling that something isn't right, or you're feeling restless within your job, or even within your business, you know that you want to change something. Really listening to that and listening to any signs that you might be getting in the outside world, because that again is your highest self. It is your soul's blueprint telling you that you are either on the right path or you are needing to change something. And like I said, there's no coincidences. You are seeing all of that for a reason, and you are here for a reason. So if any of this has resonated with you, please let me know, because this is what I am all about. I absolutely, to the core of me, believe that we are all put here on earth for a reason, and it is our duty to understand what that reason is. Only 23% of people can actually work their purpose and understand what their purpose is. So it's only a very small percentage of us out there who are able to take that next step and actually work our soul's blueprint, work our soul's mission. So like I said, if any of this has resonated with you, please reach out, because I am very open to talking about this, or comment any of your takeaways and or questions below, because I would love to elaborate on something if you need some more information or some more clarity. Um, but the visible boss out is all about working your soul's blueprint into the business blueprint. And that is the one thing I absolutely love about offering this to you, because it is the most aligned way that you can be working, where you feel every day fulfilled, and you are waking up with that burning desire to help guide and support women. I'm going to leave it there. I hope you all got something out of that. Like I said, if anything resonated, please let me know, because I would love to know what resonates with you. And I look forward to speaking to you soon.